because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 34. A big play there by Gordon. 44 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Melvin call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the hill and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Denver.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Having a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by Penny. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
6-yard pickup.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now left side, a completion who's tied in. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert throwing again. And he finds Penny. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 10 more there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Chargers.
Again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 23-yard line.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up here to 29. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Steps away. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 4 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
The extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-0. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gordon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They get him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 36. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Denver.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yard your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert back to the air. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now on the option, here's Herbert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 80. Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
The extra point.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running